What's up, guys? This is the Option Addict from over at www.tradingaddicts.com. Welcome to the weekly watch list. Let's go ahead and get started. So the S&P tried to make it to new highs on Friday, rejected those new highs. Wasn't really anything too significant. I mean, just a test of the prior highs. Prices rolling back over. I'm not so concerned about that so much as I am just the overbought condition of the broad market. I've been looking for a pullback here. Last week it was just kind of a mostly upward grind. Not a whole lot of selling pressure. No real incentive for sellers to be selling here. But maybe with Friday's rejection of the new highs, maybe that's kind of a spark to get things started. I'm not as concerned right now with the S&P as I am the Dow. You guys know I get into price patterns quite a bit, and I love this rising wedge here on the Dow, which is a bearish pattern. Not only that, but you can see where the location of this ties in with kind of the longer term charts. You'll see that we're up against some important resistance here at the apex of this wedge. So if we can see prices trickle down a little bit and get back down beneath about 10,500, then I think we see a more meaningful correction. But I'm not thinking really at this point anything more than about maybe 3 to 4%. I know we're looking at a range-bound market this year, but I don't think we continue to gyrate in this wide of a range without something news-driven behind it. So I got to tell you, I'm leaning a little bit more bearish. You'll see as the setups that I go through this week is concerned. I don't have a whole lot of great-looking. In fact, I have no buy the dip setups because there haven't been any dips to buy. If I am going to get long stocks at all this week, it's going to be through small caps. That's it. I really don't like stocks, and where they're located right now, I would buy with both hands into some kind of a pullback, but we just haven't seen that as of yet. So what we'll do this week is we'll look at a couple of price patterns here, give you the small cap list, and then anything else that I've got would be a list of rips to sell. So let's start off with those. Here's a couple rip selling candidates, and here's my small caps for them. And then on back to price patterns, guys. So let me just take you through. I've got kind of a mix here of bullish and bearish setups. Mostly from the bullish front, I got a bunch of triangles here that I'm watching. And the first one here is General Electric, not the sexiest stock that you normally hear during the weekly watch list. But I like the big volume break here on Friday. It all looks pretty good to me. Speaks to higher prices, and it's a low beta stock. So if the market were to correct, I don't expect this to kill you on the way down. So that looked pretty good. I like this move here in Forest Oil, FST. You can see it's kind of a similar setup. Actually, let me delete everything here so we can look at it by itself. There it is. Little triangle pattern, breakout, a little bit of volume coming in on Friday. This would be probably my favorite dip buying setup out there is Chesapeake. Would like it a little bit lower from here, 25 even if I could get it. But I like how this is just looking a whole lot different than what the broad market looks like right now. And I think you can say that across pretty much any nat gas related equity. So between here and the 200-day moving average, that's the only dip buying setup, but you can see that's in the context of kind of a bigger triangle pattern here. But I do like that one. More little triangle setups here. You've got Dick's Sporting Goods. It's up here, up near its highs. I like the volume here around earnings. Looks like it's been holding up and accepting higher prices. So, just got to get above 26. AMED, little setup here, little triangle. Speaks to a continuation, a little dip to buy. There's not too many of these. I like it. You can see the market went after it here, down at about 57.5. So, I like that right here. A few others. World Acceptance Corporation. WRLD. There's a little setup right here. I guess prices are broken, so if you get a pullback down to about 42, I'd buy that. Bed Bath and Beyond. I never think a stock like this would make the list, but hey, at this point, desperate times call for desperate measures, right? There's this little setup that I'm watching. It's kind of a messy chart, but there it is. Watching for a breakout there. You can see the dip was bought on Thursday. And Joseph A. Banks. So look at this here. You can see it's more of a rounded bottom. For all my trading addicts out there, you guys know how much I love this pattern here. And it's been a pretty pretty decent rip up here towards these highs. So a break of those should look pretty good. Now onto some of the bearish setups. Texas Instruments. If you look at this, it's kind of a head and shoulders pattern. And as a disclaimer, I own some puts here, but shoulder, head, shoulder, and look at the volume too. The volume near the head was, had significantly contracted, picked up here on either shoulder. So I do like this setup here. And again, I already own some puts. I like Dell. I like this little descending triangle here in Dell. Kind of stuck right up at the 200-day moving average. Looks good from here. Yahoo's got more of a symmetrical triangle going on, but love the location right here. Yahoo looks good. IGT, it's a little bit of a descending triangle. If you break this down into a 30-day chart, you'll probably see it a little bit better. But a break beneath about 1675, 16.5 to call it a round number, ought to be the trigger. And I kind of like this one here as well, this Harris Corporation. A little symmetrical triangle, but this stock got smoked on Friday with some little bit of an uptick in volume here. So that's another one from a bearish perspective that I like. But again, guys, I just got to get back to the broad market condition. We're way overextended. I think it's pretty tough to buy stocks in general here. But like I said, as a strategy, I'll get after some small caps to kind of keep things interesting this week. But for the most part, I'd like to see a correction. I'm kind of positioned for that, and after a correction, I'd be a buyer again. And that doesn't mean I'm bearish on the market right here. I just think it's a horrible location to buy. So, guys, real just quick and dirty this week. Not a whole lot going on, but that's the way I see it. That's the way I'm going to trade it. So, as always, thanks for stopping by. This has been the Option Addict. That's been my watch list. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic week.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.